Gracious thanks to the low-browed one.
What'd you call him?
Oh, apologies. Yes, that was abrasive and unnecessary. But, thank you to Mr. Sir for his willingness to take the meeting. And along the same lines, grateful thanks to Vixenella for, if she's here, for passing along my urgent request. And now, the Jackal shall get to the objective of
Okay,
his...
you know what? I've told you this a lot. Just, seriously, can you speak clearly, briefly, then leave?
Would that I could.
Okay, just try real hard, will you?
You know, while the Jackal has been driven from these premises on many occasions and therefore does not want to incur any more wrath from Mr. Sir's direction, although that does seem inevitable at this point.
Okay, that's not brief, that's not clear, and that's wasting my time.
The Jackal the Grasshopper is gravely concerned about his Stone Cold Master's general well-being.
I don't want to hear about insects or anybody's masters.
I got Jason in big trouble with the FBI.
Canadian border? Where? You sure it's an Equinox truck? Okay, any ID on the hijackers? No, listen, if it's Sonny's people, I'm going to deal with it. We need to figure out who the hijackers are. Oh, Bernie, it's a semi. It's not going to be that easy to hide. Can you just get our men out looking for the truck and find the truck? Okay, I'm going to call you back. Stay in touch.
I know, Spinelli's not here. I came to see you.
You shouldn't be here either.
Yeah, you say that every time, but here I am just the same, and I think you're glad even though you won't admit it. Because I came here to talk to you about Spinelli. He's upset. He can't stop thinking about that deal you made with the FBI. Not that there officially is a deal, but something obviously went on, and he thinks he let you down.
Well, he didn't. Because Spinelli was following my orders. That makes me responsible.
That's why you saved him, right? I mean, speaking for myself, I'm very grateful, but also selfish. Spinelli's the most generous person I know, and he feels like he ruined your life. Do you always have to be so silent? It's not very
What do you want?
I understand that communication isn't exactly your strong point, but Spinelli is beside himself. He doesn't understand why you wouldn't tell him about the deal.
It doesn't matter if he understands or not, Maxie.
But he hero worships you, and he thinks you're mad at him.
I'm the reason that Spinelli got involved in illegal activities in the first place.
That is not true. When you found him, he was working for Alcazar. Spinelli thought of this thing as a big computer game from the very beginning. But now he understands how wrong it is, and he feels like you're being punished for his mistake. I am worried he's going to do something stupid.
Like what?
It's the Jackal. Anything is possible.
No, there's nothing I can do about that.
Yes, there is. You can tell me what the deal is. What kind of deal did you make with the FBI to let Spinelli go?
None of your business.
The Jackal was arrested, handcuffed, and detained by the feds, who accused him of such crimes as treason and breaches of national security. Dreadful accusations, and true, even provable, because the Jackal allowed his firewalls, both personal and virtual, to be breached.
Okay, you know what? You talk way too much to the wrong people.
Person. Winifred, yes.
Winifred? You let yourself get busted by a Fed named Winifred?
AKA the priestess. It is true.
Don't talk to me about women priests.
Okay, whilst in the custody of the federal ones, the Jackal was threatened with lifetimes of harsh imprisonment and even the death penalty. The brusque lady of justice could do nothing. The devoted DA stepped aside. All was lost until Stone Cold arrived.
And let me guess, Alexis and Diane showed up, right? They couldn't do anything, so then Jason showed up, something like that.
Right.
I'm starting to understand you a little bit.
So he was briefly sequestered with the leader of the federal ones, and then with no warning, all charges against the Jackal were dropped, and he was set free. Now, although Stone Cold refuses to explain what happened, I am certain that some sort of unholy bargain was struck, and I fear for Stone Cold's safety and his honor.
Did Jason tell you to come talk to me?
No, he did not. In fact, he beseeched me to remain silent.
And you came here anyway? What's wrong with you? I mean, you think Jason told you to keep silent for no reason?
Well, in the spirit of honor and friendship, I wanted to do something.
Honor? If you honored him, you would have kept your mouth shut. And as far as friendship, I mean, the fact that you guys are like friends is beyond me.
I just wanted to help.
Oh, I know. So what you need to do is you need to honor what he wants, right? keep your mouth shut.
But he wouldn't tell me the terms of the deal.
Why
What am I
would he?
supposed
You'd
to-
be blabbing it all over the place. Now, he saved your life. Be grateful. Respect his wishes. And just one more thing. Just do me a favor. Find yourself another line of work, okay? Because you're way too weird for this business. Get out.
You obviously don't understand how traumatized Spinelli is, but how would you? You never pay attention to his feelings. I'm worried. Do you remember when he went after the Russians with that gun and all the other stupid things he did to try and prove himself to you?
He's past that now.
I'm not so sure. But I think if you talk to him about what's going on with you, he might calm down.
Just let me say this. Spinelli is free. He was going to go to prison for a long time. Do you think he's the type of guy who would do well in prison? All charges have been dropped. That's all anyone needs to worry about.
But why? What did you do? Spinelli was already in a terrible place when those FBI guys arrested him. We had a really bad fight. I think maybe I mentioned that to you. I said all these horrible, hurtful things to him. But what made it worse is I was just trying to keep him away from Winifred. Not that I knew she was a Fed, but I thought it was very weird how she was following him around all the time. And I slept with him.
That doesn't even make any sense.
It does if you care about how Spinelli feels. That night we spent together was so sweet and beautiful. And then when he found out I had an ulterior motive, we had an even bigger fight. He was really, really upset, and I told him how he was a geek and a nerd and no one would ever want to be with him, even though that's not true. My point is, it is possible to hurt Spinelli's feelings when you're trying to help him, especially when you're trying to help him.
Stop, please. What I did to get Spinelli released was my choice. I'm not going to discuss that with Spinelli, and I'm definitely not going to discuss it with you.
But Spinelli feels like he really messed up. He feels like you're paying the price.
He needs you. That's what he needs right now. So don't let him down. Don't get mad at him, and don't sleep with him unless you mean it. Just be his best friend. You guys don't think about the FBI stuff anymore, both of you. Stop.
In other words, don't let this awful deal be made in vain.
Yeah, please. Because if you calm down, he's going to calm down. You just pay attention to him, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. If he starts obsessing about the deal, you tell him not to worry, that I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep him safe.
Clarice, stop calling here. Kate isn't here now. She wasn't here 5 minutes ago. Well, I don't care what the art director said. Kate wants to lead with the fall silks. No, she pulled the story on the sample sales. Because most of our readers shop online. No. Yes, Clarice, I have to go, okay? No, this is me hanging up the phone. Wait, one more thing. How's your story comparing the stock market to skirt length coming along? That's hilarious. Of course you started. Kate wants to see the finished product by 5 this afternoon. What do you mean you had no idea? I was standing right there when she told you. Do you need me to cover for you? Because I'm sure I could think of something. Well, then I suggest you hurry. Goodbye, Clarice.
It was very impressive. Whoever Clarice is, she must be hyperventilating by now.
Oh, I am busy.
You're very good.
Do I come charging into your OR when you're trying to work?
So, I had a really good time at the wedding. I seem like you did too. So I was wondering what you're doing this Saturday night.
I'm busy.
Meaning?
Has it really been that long since a woman told you no?
Yes. Actually, now that you mention it. Oh, there was that one girl in 4th grade. I think her name was Susie Beecham, but I was pulling on her pigtails at the time, so you can kind of...
That poor girl. She has no idea what she missed out on.
You want to find out?
I'm not interested.
Sure you are. Unless you're actually serious about dating Spinelli.